Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode. Hold on. Probably should get my mic here so you can actually hear me. So, welcome to another episode of Nerds Drink Whiskey. It looks like YouTube has decided to stop fighting with me so much on trying to go live. Looks like I still need to fix my camera so that it doesn't keep auto-focusing. See, like this. It just really keeps messing things up. I hate that. Sometimes companies try and make things all fancy, and it really doesn't need to be. Find a good average and stick there. I think they should figure out, hey, don't refocus more than once every 30 seconds or so. I don't know. So, anyways, today we are, as you see in the preview, we are doing Maker's Mark Cask Strength. And I noticed that everything is backwards still. We really need to figure out a way to fix that. That's another thing I need to learn how to fix is everything being backwards. I don't know. The live thing is new to me. So, yeah. I think this is my newer camera, so that's creating a bit of a problem. I got a learning curve to do. So I've been playing around with Maker's Mark Cask Strength all week long, and kind of experimenting on what ways I like to drink it. I've tried it on the rocks. It was okay. I've tried it with a little bit of the Warrior cinnamon, brown sugar, and that was okay. But what I've really found was, and I totally have forgotten it here, but if you take and put an ice cube in it, if you put just a little ice cube in there, and I know with the Cask Strength, I got to say, with the Cask Strength, unless you're mixing it, the Cask Strengths, you gotta throw in an ice cube. It's just that's what you do. It's on the hotter days. We're around the corner. We're around the corner from October. Once October hits, then maybe we go back to your 95, your 80 proof. But when you're going, this is 110 proof. You're 100 proof, 110 proof, whether it's bottled in bond, which is 100 proof, or Cask Strength, which is about 110, 114 proof. Once you go into those 110, 114 Cask Strength proofs, you will want to throw in an ice cube, and it's just good on that hot day to have a cold drink. And I know a lot of whiskey snobs hate that, but I like it. It's but that's one thing that I've learned is I've learned to kind of ease up a little bit on the heck is wrong? I got a rogue eyebrow. As you get these, you get people that are so obsessed about the rules that they forgot that it's meant to be enjoyed, and that's what this podcast is about. This podcast is about learning how to enjoy it as much as possible without just, not making just a full-on mixed drink, not just throwing just a bunch of sugar in it, but just finding those ways to bring out what you like best about the whiskey. And that's what I want to explore. So I'm going to grab something that I've been kind of pouring from. So, and if you haven't noticed, I'm wearing the shirt for my favorite TV show, canceled, but the show Happy. Huge fan of that show. And if you haven't seen it, go on Netflix, check it out. It's pretty good. It's the most twisted, messed up buddy cop show you'll ever watch. But so what we'll do is we'll take a little bit of this Warrior Sugar Baby brown sugar bourbon whiskey. Now, of course, it's not real to me. To me, it's not real bourbon, not real whiskey when it's flavored like this. This is kind of more of a mixer. It's not a real whiskey, but we're going to mix it with real whiskey. So, but we don't put too much in there, and I'll show you how little I put in. But basically just enough to fill the bottom, and can't let any go to waste. But this is like most flavored whiskeys. It's a little sweet. It's sickly sweet. So I don't like to drink it. I can't drink it straight. It's just too sickly sweet. But it's a really great thing to mix with some of your cask strength. And this has got a real spicy kick to it when you drink it neat. So if you like a real spicy, strong kick with your bourbon, then drink this neat. Absolutely. Maker's Mark Cask Strength has an extremely strong kick to it. So if a big kick is all you're looking for, finished at kind of a mouthfeel that's kind of a little bit, I don't know, a little bit more of an attack than most whiskeys, Maker's Mark is a great one for that. I like to kind of tone down that attack a little bit. And the way I do it is I throw that in. But I'm going to be right back because I'm going to grab an ice cube. Be right back. Now, I want to be clear on this. When you buy whiskey, when you buy real whiskey, not flavored whiskeys, but when you buy real whiskeys, you should always default by trying them. At least try it neat. Give it a couple of real light sips to see what do you feel about the initial taste, the mouthfeel, the finish. How does it feel? And then you experiment and figure out, hey, can I make this even more enjoyable? And that's kind of what I'm doing here. It's all about making it just finding ways to make it just a little bit more enjoyable. So that's what we got here. And so when you put in the flavored whiskey, just a tiny bit, and just enough to give it that little bit of flavor, and it's kind of, in a way, it's like cooking. When you cook, it's all about, the tiniest little spice will, a little bit of red pepper, a little bit of salt, a little bit of, nutmeg or whatever. You throw these different things into your dish, and it's amazing. Half a container of garlic. Sorry, I'm addicted. And it's amazing that sometimes with a lot of ingredients, it's amazing the tiniest little bit of something really changes the entire dynamic of the dish. And the same thing goes for whiskey. So this is how I have found. I've drank this neat many times throughout this last week. I've drank this on the rocks a few times. And I've drank it this way, where it has just a little bit of the Warriors brown sugar bourbon, and then the rest with thing. And I always use the Nerds Drink Whiskey glasses as a great measuring stick. You can also just use your fingers. You ever hear 2 fingers of bourbon? So this is 2 fingers of bourbon, and you got and that's basically a shot, 2 shots. So this is how I found, through my experiments, how I found that I enjoy Maker's Mark Cask Strength. It's highly recommended if you have something to mix it with. If you like it on the rocks, either way, it's a good everyday whiskey. It's not massively expensive. It's not at all hard to find. It is the whiskey that people that are just starting to really get into whiskey and really starting to learn the true depths of whiskey beyond drunk juice. Maker's Mark is typically what they go for. So it doesn't have as much depth as a lot of other whiskeys. So feel free to experiment with it and make it good. So, and when you're dealing with cask strength whiskeys, don't burn your nose out. So before you do it, like a couple inches away, you smell that caramel odor, that little scent, that little nuance that's so popular with bourbons, well-made bourbons. And Maker's Mark is just, it's a great everyday whiskey. So highly recommended. And it gives you so much room to experiment. So and that to me is a just perfect, delicious. It tones down the kick just enough for me, to where it's got a little bit of kick to it. That spice is still strong in there, but which I'm assuming is, I'm just going to assume before I look at the bottle that there's some heavy rye in this one, in the mash bill. But let's see if I can find it. Do they say anything about their mash bill? Barrel proof, still true, refined drinks, any distillery, cask strength, distilled and bottled. Yeah. This does not say anything about their mash bill. But I'm telling you, I would be highly shocked if the rye wasn't causing that bite. So it's got a very spicy bourbon. So I just you can feel got a little gnat. We don't have gnats in the house, but the second I pour a bourbon, we have gnats. I don't get it. But anyways, that's how I enjoy Maker's Mark cask strength. This is for you uber nerds. This is batch 2102. So yeah, which I assume that's maybe that's the second batch of 2021. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. So anyways, I'm going to try and do these every weeknight. Every week at Sunday, 5 p.m. Pacific. And I know I'm a little late today, but I'm going to try. I'm going to work on that. So I hope people come by to watch us live. We had no live viewers today, but that's okay. Come by. Let me know what you think. You can publicly shame me for drinking it with an ice cube, mixing it with a flavored whiskey. But that's okay. We all drink whiskey. We all enjoy it a different way. And that's what makes whiskey so great is once you start really getting into it, you find out that it has so much depth, so much complexity, that there's going to be so many different complex ways to drink it. And that's what makes it so interesting to me. So don't just let it be drunk juice, man. It's that side effect is not the main thing that it's there for. The main thing that it's there for is to find out the complexities of it, find out the depth of it. And the way you do that is, to me, you experiment with it. And that's what I've done here. So so delicious. So anyways, I will see you next week, hopefully at 5 p.m. Pacific. So that is 5, 6, 7, 8 p.m. East Coast. And remember, always sip, never slam.